In today's lecture, we are going to focus on the probability of independent and dependent events. So you might be wondering, what is the difference between these two types of events? Well, basically, independent events are events that do not depend on or affect each other. The formula for the probability of two independent events is the probability of A intersection B is equal to the probability of A multiplied to the probability of B. For dependent events, these are events that do depend on each other. An example of this is when a first event affects the outcome of the second event. The formula for the probability of two dependent events is the probability of A and B is equal to the probability of A times the probability of B after A occurs. Now let's take a look at this problem. In a large box there are 7 red marbles, 6 blue marbles, 4 green marbles, and 3 yellow marbles. What is the probability of selecting a blue marble on the first try and then a yellow marble on the second try with replacement? Now take note of the term with replacement. This means that after getting your first marble in your first try, you will then put it back into the box. Hence, the probability of your second event will not be affected because the total number of yellow marbles and the total number of all marbles in the box will remain the same. This is what we call independent events. So 6 blue marbles over 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3 equals 20 marbles times 3 yellow marbles over 20 marbles is equal to 18 over 400, which can be simplified to 9 over 200, which is equal to 0.045 multiplied by 100 gives us a 4.5% chance of this particular event happening. Now moving on to question letter B. What is the probability of selecting 2 red marbles without replacement? As you would expect, this time it is the complete opposite of our first situation, because this time we are not going to be returning our first red marble into the box before going for our second try. As a result, the probability of our second event will be affected as the total number of red marbles and all marbles decreases. Now this is what we call dependent events. So for our first try we have 7 red marbles over 20 marbles, but for our second try we will only have 6 red marbles and 19 total marbles. Multiplying these two, we will have 42 over 380, which is equal to 21 over 190, which is also equal to 0.11 multiplied by 100. That will give us an 11% chance of getting 2 red marbles in a row without replacement. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope that you learned something.